What is up, peeps? It's following TCG, and I'd welcome you back to another YouTube video. And again, I apologize for no face cam today. Again, the phone is just not being reliable and it's having problems, so I can't do any face cam, so I apologize in advance. But nonetheless, I'm sure you're not here to see my beautiful face. I think you're here to see the deck list I am offering you today, and it is Pheromosa. This is quite an interesting deck. Pheromosa is a card that is often overlooked, primarily because it's got low HP, it doesn't have incredible damage output, and its best attack is quite cost heavy. So it's just not a preferred Pokemon to play. If you really want to go down this route, then you're better off just going for Buzzwole. Obviously, right? However, we are just going to go for it and see how it functions. We have Pheromosa, we have Lurantis. This is the thing that makes Pheromosa at least somewhat playable on its own. With the fact that you can actually do damage amplification. And the deck has actually turned out pretty good from when I've played it. So I wanted to show it off today, just to at least start a discussion behind this card to see if there is any potential with the likes of Lurantis and stuff like that, especially now that we have like Ditto Prism Star around. To be fair, I don't know if I played Ditto Prism Star in this list, but yeah, I've been able to win some pretty decent games with this deck. It's very fast, and it sets up very well, especially with Pheromosa having free retreat. It makes a very big deal. So I've been able with high jump kick before, have been consistently been able to hit likes of 90 damage with high jump kick, because of the Pheromantises and beast energies and choice bands and stuff like that. It really actually isn't that hard, and I've been able to go for a white ray for 150 damage before, with again the likes of Lurantis is out and stuff like that. So especially it's great when you hit your beast ring turn. If you hit your beast rings on time, you can get them out and actually start charging up Pheromosas. Go for white ray, and by the point of which you have beast ring available, you would have a bunch of Lurantises out, at least two, to which you would then be doing 130 damage with white ray, if I'm correct, which is pretty good. Choice band 160. If you want to throw in a Kukui, you can go for going for 180, but I don't think you'll ever get to that one-shot range with this deck. It's just a card that can hit big numbers. That is a single prize, so you can really never turn that down. Now, I believe we play Energy Recycle in this list for the sake of Beast Ring, so I think it's okay for us to drop this. Now, I'm actually going to go for the Oranguru. We do play a Trico Grovyle line, but it seems like our Grovyle's gone, which is a bit of a shame. The Grovyle really puts this deck together, because obviously we can hunt out our Pheromantises and Lurantises very quickly to make sure our damage amplification sets off very well. Nonetheless, we're going to get another Lurantis down. It's kind of a Pheromantis, sorry. It's kind of pointless going for the Ditto there, because the Ditto's there just in case we want to either evolve into Lurantis or evolve into Grovyle. Now, you could go for a 4-4 Lurantis, but I thought that was a bit much. You could go for 2-2, but then there's a lot of times where I'm like, I need the extra 20 damage, so why not? Oh, we're going against a Solgaleo. This is pretty bad, if I'm going to be honest. Playing the power off, playing the likes of Solgaleo and Metagross, considering they can heal off the damage that we're doing, and we're definitely not going into one-shot range for these big boys here. So we're going to have a bit of a problem there as a result, unfortunately. Now, the great thing is, though, this is a single prize Pokemon deck. We actually only play one Shrine of Punishment. The reason why is because Pheromosa having 110 HP makes it so easily KO'd by the likes of Zoroark and stuff like that. So we included Aether Paradise instead. I didn't put Life Forest. I think Life Forest is kind of pointless for 110 HP Pokemon. But we put in Aether Paradise to increase its effective HP to 140, make it just a bit harder to KO. Now, this Pheromosa is definitely 110% going down. We're going to go for an Ultra Ball and just get a Lurantis out. I know we've dropped a Pheromantis there, but I'm sure we can recover that if we really, really need to. But damage amplification is quite crucial now. So we're going to take 2 turns of Pheromosa here before we even get the chance to Beast Ring. So we might as well go for it here. So we only have a high jump kick for 40 damage. Now, we can be a bit tricky and go for a Guzma, but I think we're just going to stick to poking onto this Solgaleo. And the thing is, if they KO us, they have to discard all their energy, which you don't want to hit 230 damage, discard your energy on a Pheromosa. You don't really want to do that. But nonetheless, if they manage to get another Metagross out next turn, and all they need is energy in hand, and they have this Sunsteel Strike consistently every single turn, so 230 every turn, no issues. So definitely problematic. I think Solgaleo Metagross is a really good deck, but especially with like Alolan Ninetales, hands down. Nonetheless, here we are. Let's get that going here now. Probably this is probably also getting KO'd. Let's be real. But I'm going to attach an energy anyway because, well, I could get Belmise out and kind of try and trap them, but then they can just, obviously they can retreat. Do you know, I'm kind of tempted to bring out the Metagross. The Metagross will come out anyway, and if they go for a max potion, they'll have to max potion one or the other. So if I do more damage into this Solgaleo, they're just going to simply... Yeah, I'm going to go for the Guzma. I know I could get a draw support here, but I'd rather do this. So they have to max potion either twice or max potion one Pokemon over the other. Because regardless, they're getting that Metagross out next turn. There's just no point. So we'll go and drop down another Pheromosa. We're actually almost out of Pheromosas. And... oh my god, did we prize our rescue stretcher? Oh no, that's a bad sign. That's in fact a very, very bad sign. High jump kick here again for 60 damage. And we've pretty much, if we don't get a KO next turn, it's just a loss, which is a shame. Quite unfortunate, actually, considering that our Pheromosas... we've prized one. We played 4 Pheromosas, so we've prized 1 Pheromosa. And we've lost our rescue stretchers. So that's just a no-no. Just a big no-no. Let's see if we can pull this one through, though. Fingers crossed we can. Got a beast energy. That's pretty neat. Let's see. Do we get a beast ring? We do not, but we have some extra pulls here. So we can actually fish them out here and see what's going on. So another energy lily here. We just need beast ring. Come on. There we go. We got a beast ring. Let me at least show off. Oh, no. That is just depressing. That is very depressing. We could have hit some good numbers. So as you can see there, high jump kick hitting 120 damage. Which you would never expect Pheromosa to be able to reach that feat. But there we go. Hitting 120. I guess that shows it off. We're going to go for a concede here. Now, I thought I played 2 rescue stretch. If I'm only playing 1, then that's a bad play there. Am I only playing 1 rescue stretch? Yeah, we need 2. Let's drop off. What should we drop off? I think maybe a Kukui. I think we drop off a Kukui. Yeah, we'll drop off Kukui and add another rescue stretch. We'll do that. Yeah, rescue stretch is super important in this deck. You could say, considering we don't play the Shrine, you could actually choose to play this deck with a load of Ninetales just so you can get your Beast Rings when you need it. And also get your rescue stretches when you need it. That's something you could think about. But I think having the option for Shrine is really good. And also forcing your opponent to take the likes of 1 prize every KO rather than having the opportunity to take 2 at one point during the game is, again, very good. But yeah, I would like to reiterate here, this video is not to showcase a fantastic deck, but rather, show the concept of it to see if anyone out there has the interest in working on it, because I think Pheromosa has some potential. Obviously, it is outclassed by just Buzzwole. Buzzwole could do the same thing if you really want to go down a basic Ultra Beast Pokemon that could do good damage. Obviously, with Diancie. The Pheromosa, though, has, a less damage attack and lower HP, but you can actually stack your damage amplification with Lurantis on a Pheromosa, whereas a baby Buzzwole can only add one damage amplification. Well, I say 1 damage modification. Obviously, we have Choice Band, but through Pokemon, there's only 1 Diancie because it's a Prism Star. So, considering that's the case, I personally feel... Let's get this out now while it's here. I personally feel that Pheromosa does have a 1-up there. Right, I think we just get the Pheromosa out now while we can. I think that was a misplay. I think we should have got the Trico. I think we should have done that because we only had Grovyle in hand. But do you know what? Oh, wow. That's perfectly fine. That went way better than expected. I don't mind discarding these things to get ourselves a Trico, because we can now just start using Grovyle to set up our Lurantises and get a nice consistent board state. Let's have it playing against a Zoroark. So these Aether Paradises are extra crucial right now to make sure that we do, in fact, stay alive and don't just get one-shot by a Zoroark. Now, I'm really wondering what evolution we're playing against. It may be a Leafeon to accelerate the evolutions. It may be a Glaceon, but that seems a bit weird. I've never seen that before. I'm not too sure. What is it? Glaceon. Whoa, okay. I've said I've never seen it, but here we are seeing it. Glaceon Zoroark. Quite interesting. Don't know if I ship that completely. You could go for Glacier and Zorak Quagsire. That would be more interesting rather than the likes of Macargo. Although Macargo gives you so much more control, I think energy acceleration for this thing might be a bit of an issue. If you want to stream attacks, you know, as soon as it goes down, I'm not too sure. It's a bit of an odd pick, I'll be honest. Great thing is here, Aether Paradise prevents the snipe. So, oh, well, I say that, and then there it goes. So we need to get our other Aether Paradise out pretty much ASAP. Oh, Secret Rare Ultra Ball, I love you so much. Yeah, so, well, it's unfortunate for us now, but Aether Paradise will actually cause problems. Ah, Marshadow, god damn it. Oh, you let loose. I had a pretty good hand there. Had the Grovar ready to go and everything. Ah, even had the Beast Energy, but you know what? Win some, lose some. At least we got the Lurantis. We do have a Guzma. We can work around this. We can do this. Now, actually, kind of... I want to be greedy and start poking this thing. I haven't got a knockout. See, the reason I'm not evolving yet is because I don't know if I want to attach a skateboard retreat. I mean, I'm going to a skateboard this anyway. So I don't know if I want to retreat and then attack for 40, but that seems bad. They'll probably just KO us. I think we have to go for the greedy Guzma play. I just think that's what's going on here. I doubt we're surviving, but we might as well attach this energy just in case we do. And then if we get the likes of an Aether Paradise off this Oranguru draw, that'd be pretty neat. We don't, I'm afraid, but we have another Pheromosa to throw down, so that's pretty good. So high jump kick here for 70 damage. You know what? Can't complain. Now, being able to do that with no downside is pretty good, hitting that consistently every single turn. The great thing is that this Frost Bullet won't actually KO us, so that's why I was pretty comfortable putting up the Glaceon. Rather than leaving a Zoroark in the active, because they just have to evolve into a Zoroark and then just attack, and they've got the KO. So bringing up the Glaceon at least prevents a one-hit KO on this Pheromosa. If they leave it that way, they could go for a Guzma play and Zoroark KO something. So it really does depend. But considering, yeah, there we go. Considering attaching DCE is a bit strange. I'm assuming they're not expect. Wait, hang on. Did they Kukui? Oh, they Kukui'd. That's fine. That's fine. We've got another Pheromosa to go. We can hit some extra damage. Not the best damage though, I'm afraid. Ah, that's great. Grovyle is actually fantastic. We'll actually go for a rescue stretch now just to get the Pheromosa on the bench so we can respond. Next turn, we'll Grovyle to Thin and we'll Grovyle for a Fomantis here. There we go. And let's get that on the bench so we can at least up our damage by an extra 40. Which would be pretty nice. So let's go for a good old Oranguru here and attach the choice band. Nah, I kind of want to hope for a Beast Ring next turn and do extra damage with the choice because we can get some big numbers. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, to be honest. But then again, we're only hitting 40 damage. 70 make it 140. So if we miss the Beast Ring, we'd have to get another choice band. That's really rough. I just don't know. Well, for all we know, they might not get the Kukui, so we could have an extra few turns here. So let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. However, they did top deck with them Cargo. I'm assuming they're going to go for a top deck of a Zoroark and then evolve with them Cargo for another Kukui and then do it. That would be. See, I should have thought about that before making the play, but you know what? That's just what we're doing. That's where we're at. This deck is expected to go down in prices anyway, hence why I've played a healthy count of 3 Beast Rings. We're expected to have our Beast Ring turn pretty soon into the game. So we play 3 to make sure that we do have some good odds of fitting into them, considering our deck size will still be pretty large. So with that said, so they're going for Cyrus. So we have to choose 2 Pokemon to keep. So I would actually like to keep the Grovyle and Oranguru. Yeah, we'll do that. I've never seen that supporter played in a very, very long time. But yeah, I want to keep the Oranguru because the Oranguru is my current engine and the Grovyle is my Pokemon engine. So like we need to keep our engines out more than anything. We're just going to have to reset up effectively. So top decking the Cyrus is a bit strange if I'm going to be honest. If they had a second Kukui, I would have gone for that. Or if they played 2. So I don't think this deck will play 3 Kukui. I think that's a bit much. But yeah, I think this deck should play Quagsire, if I'm going to be honest. Nonetheless, we're hitting, at least we're hitting, what, 50 damage? So we need an extra 10 damage somehow next time. We do play Kukui. We play 1 Kukui. As you saw, I did play 2, but I dropped 1. So if we actually top deck a Kukui, that'd be pretty nice. Oh, so they're just gonna go for the pass there. All right, they actually are weak to grass, so that's just the way it's gonna be. Go for a Grovyle here, grab a Pheromosa. Let's just reset up our board here. That's perfectly fine. We'll use a Ranguru just to get some extra stuff. Let's see what we pull here. You never know, we could pull like a Nest Ball or something. We pulled a Netball, and a Netball I don't mind now just to get the Pheromosa so we don't have to worry about setting up a second Pheromosa next turn. And we actually pulled the Escape Board as well that we did have on our last Lurantis, so that's pretty nice. And we have our Beast Ring ready to go. This is absolutely splendid. So I don't mind just attacking into this for now. That's fine with me. Only 40 damage, not great. But this deck is not expected to take one-hit KOs. It's supposed to poke and poke and poke and then just take prizes later on. I could see Pheromosa being played with Decidueye. That'd be interesting. But that may be another deck on another day, to be honest. But to be fair, yes, Decidueye it gives you extra access to the damage output, but you're better off playing Lurantis then because you're doing extra 20 damage anyway rather than a Feather Arrow. Plus, it's a GX, and that's an extra 2 prizes. But do you know what? Obviously, Decidueye is better than Lurantis. Don't get me wrong. But in this particular deck, it's supposed to be a bit speedy, it's supposed to be a bit quick. But I'd love to play Grovyle in a Decidueye list, considering you kind of don't really need rare candies in that sense, right? You can just go for Elm, get your Dartrix out, just start getting everything out anyway. Although it would be a lot slower thinking about it. All right, yeah, so they are going to go for the good old Rife beating, but they're not KOing us. Oh, now they're KOing us. Wait, no, they're still hitting 100 damage. They need, what, did they play a Kukui? I don't think they played a Kukui. No, they've just whiffed it, unfortunately, which is pretty good for us. And we got another A for Paradise, so that's sweet. That's real good news. So we can drop that here. We can get ourselves a Pheromosa. That's good news. Hold on to that Beast Ring. I think even if we top deck a Cynthia off this Ranguru here, I am definitely not using Cynthia because we just have the Beast Ring sitting here. We need that for next turn. Once this goes down, Lily's actually perfect. So let's go for a Lily and see what we've got. Another Lurantis. So let's see what damage we're hitting here with 2 Lurantis out and a Pheromosa. White Ray, how much are you hitting? You're hitting 160. Oh, just being able to hit that damage with a basic is so cool, and we can replicate that next turn because we have Beast Ring and a Thingy Energy. So if on the very hypothetical you get a Beast Ring, you can hit 190 damage with a Pheromosa. So that is exactly why I made this video, just to promote the idea and start a dialogue as to whether or not Pheromosa is something that should be considered. Free retreat can hit big numbers if you get the necessary stuff out. I think this deck is good. But you've seen it at the start. Sometimes you can just whiff. You need the Grovyle, I think is quite crucial. Well, you don't need it because we have Ball Search with Ultra Ball and Nest Ball. But Grovyle just really makes it quick, which is also pretty good. Especially with it being a basic stage 1 deck. It's not that hard to get going. Right, so they're going to have to... Wait, yeah, they're going to have to retreat that. Yeah, they will. They will have to retreat that. They're going to KO this, and that's fine by me. So this is where it gets interesting because we can Beast Ring and then do 160. And then at that point, we just need Singular Energies and more Pheromosas and just high jump kicks, and we'll be able to take these things out. So that's why Rescue Stretch is super important, because we need the Pheromosas in the late game to start poking these things once we do run out of energies to accelerate. So that's just the way it is. Now let's see what's going on with our top deck. That is fantastic. So I kind of want to Beast Ring blindly here. I don't know what we're going to. Just 2. So we really need that energy recycle right now, like really badly. So I think I'm just going to Cynthia. I mean, I was going to say I Grovyle, but then that's pointless. So Cynthia's, we're shuffling it back into the deck. There's no big deal. So energy recycler, there you are. Absolutely splendid. They go throw most of the energy back into the deck. So Beast Ring can be available next turn, which is good news. We could throw the Pheromosas out, but I'd rather use Rescue Stretcher once this Pheromosa gets KO'd. So we'll do that. We won't Sunshine Grace now. We have the Nest Balls that we want to burn. So again, White Ray here for a nice 160 damage. So we have our targets pretty much set here. We have 160 on this, or 160 on this, and 140. So as long as they don't go for kills, we can start playing some Guzmas, although we've played 2 already. And I don't think they're going to throw these guys just sitting in the active as comfortably as they are. What are they going to take out? Is it Lurantis? I think the smart play would be taking out a Lurantis. No. Okay, they're going to take out a Pheromosa, which is quite a ballsy play, if I'm going to be honest. Considering that we can just go for the one-hit KO here now, and we still have Beast Ring available. So if we can get another Pheromosa down with a Nest Ball, and then get another Beast Ring, I think that'd be great. Oh, they're trapping. Well, they can't trap us. We can retreat. What are they doing? What are you doing? I think none of these cards are needed right now. So we're going to Cynthia and just search for that next Beast Ring. That's what we're going to do. So we've got a Kukui and we've got a Beast Ring. So I think we don't Beast Ring yet. I don't think we Beast Ring yet. However, I think we... Actually, no. I think we do. Yeah. Let's take this opportunity. Let's do it. I think we Beast Ring just to this Pheromosa. So we can charge it up. There we go. This is the great thing about playing Beast Ring in a deck that's single prize. You have a lot of time, especially if you don't get one hit KO all the time. You have a lot of time to really play your Beast Rings, which is cool. I guess I could Grovar for something just to thin, so we can increase the chance of dropping what we need. Oh, top decking what we need, right? So yeah, we'll do that. We go in with the White Ray, 130 damage raw without any choice ban or anything of the like, and there we are. It's now just starting to catch up on the prize game. As I said, we play 3, so we can even go further if we want to, and hit 210. This deck can hit 210 on a very lucky day, which is insane. So this is Pheromosa doing exactly what it was meant to do. It looks like they've run out of counter stadiums and field blowers. I hope that's the case. Because it is just fantastic. Now, I think what I'm going to do is burn the Nest Ball next turn. Even though I have the Pheromosa, just again for thinning purposes. I don't think I'll play the Kukui. I think the Kukui will be there if I really need to get a KO somehow. But top decking a Guzma would be ideal, because they are going to get a KO on this Pheromosa. So a Guzma would be great. The odds of hitting it, though, are very low. In fact, for all I know, it might be in the prizes. We'll have to see what happens here. Judge. Okay, wow. Thank you. It just gave me a Guzma. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. We need to Guzma here, and the tough thing is we're not drawing when we Guzma now. We need to top deck a Pheromosa or a Rescue Stretch, which we don't. What am I talking about? Grovile. Get Pheromosa. Thank you. Now we're just sitting here with Pheromosa on the bench. Good to go, so we can at least respond next turn if we do get KO'd. And we just take this out. I mean, how much are we hitting? Yeah, we're hitting enough. I think we get the one with the dumbbells, because I think after this Pheromosa goes down, we're just in Poke Town. So let's do that. Let's take it out with the White Ray. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. And so another 2 prizes there. Shrine of Punishment. Now, this could actually be really good. This could be really good. Now, this Cadeo is not taking us out. So thank God, again, for Aether Paradise. Just perfect. So now I'm going to actually promote the Shrine. I think... Oh, but Beast Energy. Oh, that changes everything. One more. We're going to go... Wait. One more turn. No. I don't know. I don't know if I should play the Shrine or not. I just don't know. It's like they're both beneficial, but I don't know which one's going to be more important. The Shrine is the greedy one. Yeah, we're gonna hold this, because in case they go for some crazy Guzma and then like screw you over. So we're gonna hold this Aether Paradise in play, and let's not get too greedy. The Shrine could help, but the thing is, the reason why I wanted to play the Shrine was because we could be poking again, and that would means we just get closer to taking a knockout on this thing. But we got Beast Energy in hand. As long as they don't play a Judge or anything like that, then we should get the game, which would be fantastic. So being able to beat a Zoroark deck with this is fantastic. Aether Paradise doing exactly what it's meant to do, preventing one-hit knockouts on this Pheromosa, which is why I had this here. So I'm sure they're sitting here thinking, like, I've got a KO somehow, right? Well, I'm only hitting... Yeah, I'm hitting enough damage to KO him with a high jump kick, so I'm assuming they're just giving in, right? That's 2, 4, 6. I'm hitting 60 damage, so I'm KOing them, definitely. But we're going to go out of a bang here, throw down the Beast Energy, and just White Ray for how much? How much are we doing? 250 damage. Oh my God. So you can now tell your friends that Pheromosa can hit 250 damage reliably. Wow. Let me show you this deck. And I think, or should I say, I hope I was able to start at least a little dialogue or to get you guys thinking about Pheromosa and its potential. because we've been able to hit 250 damage on the last turn. Obviously, White Ray does 180 for the extra prize, but being able to hit 160 consistently with the likes of Choice Band and damage modification, 130 with no Choice Band, being able to hit those numbers pretty well makes this really cool. And I do like this deck a lot. I think it's fast. I think it's quick. Well, fast and quick are the same thing. They're synonyms, Sean. I think it's just a cool concept nonetheless. But with that said, let me know your thoughts down below. Have I convinced you that Pheromosa is something that should be taken seriously or not? With that said though, do subscribe. I'll show you a brand new deck every day of the week. Although I do want to make it clear, tomorrow I don't know if I'll get a video up. I would try my best. I do have some plans in the evening. So what I'll do is I'll record during the day if I get the opportunity to, and I should be able to upload it beforehand. So I should have a video tomorrow, but if I don't, then you know why. But other than that, yeah, I'll stop rambling because I've rambled way too much. Do you know what? Have a good evening or a good morning or a good day. Peace.